Circadian rhythms are the internal clocks that regulate the daily cycles of various biological processes in living organisms. These rhythms are approximately 24 hours long and are influenced by external cues, primarily light. Interestingly, the term circadian is derived from the Latin words circa, meaning around, and dies, meaning day, highlighting the cyclical nature of these rhythms. One fascinating fact is that circadian rhythms are not exclusive to humans. They are found in almost all living organisms, including plants, animals, and even single-celled organisms. For example, plants exhibit circadian rhythms in processes such as leaf movements and flower opening. In animals, circadian rhythms govern behaviors like sleep-wake cycles and hormone production. Research has shown that the master biological clock in humans, located in the brain's hypothalamus, contains around 20,000 neurons. These neurons synchronize the body's internal clocks with the external environment, ensuring optimal functioning. It is remarkable to note that disruptions to circadian rhythms, such as those experienced during shift work or jet lag, can have profound effects on health. Studies have linked circadian disruption to an increased risk of various health conditions, including metabolic disorders, cardiovascular diseases, and even certain types of cancer. Understanding the definition of circadian rhythms is crucial for appreciating the intricate balance between our internal clocks and the external world. By maintaining healthy circadian rhythms through practices like exposure to natural light and consistent sleep schedules, we can optimize our overall well-being and performance. Biological clocks in humans, also known as the circadian rhythm, play a crucial role in regulating various physiological processes. One interesting fact is that the master biological clock in humans, located in the suprachiasmatic nucleus of the hypothalamus, consists of approximately 20,000 neurons. These neurons work together to synchronize the body's internal clocks with the external environment, ensuring that essential functions like sleep-wake cycles, hormone production, and metabolism are coordinated effectively. The circadian rhythm in humans follows an approximately 24-hour cycle, influenced primarily by external cues, such as light. It is fascinating to note that even in the absence of external time cues, our internal clocks continue to tick, albeit with a slightly longer period. Studies have shown that the average circadian period in humans is slightly longer than 24 hours, approximately 24 hours and 15 minutes. This discrepancy between the internal clock and the external day-night cycle is why we often need external cues like light exposure to reset our biological clocks daily. The impact of biological clocks on human health is profound. Disruptions to circadian rhythms, such as those experienced during shift work or jet lag, can have detrimental effects on overall well-being. Research has linked circadian disruption to an increased risk of various health conditions, including obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and even mental health disorders. Interestingly, our biological clocks not only regulate physiological processes, but also influence cognitive functions. Studies have shown that cognitive performance, memory consolidation, and decision-making abilities exhibit circadian variations, with peak performance typically aligned with the body's internal clock. The intricate interplay between biological clocks and human health has led to a growing interest in chronotherapy, a field that explores the optimal timing of medical treatments based on circadian rhythms. For example, administering certain medications at specific times of day can enhance their efficacy and reduce side effects. The genetic basis of circadian rhythms in humans is equally fascinating. Research has identified key genes, known as clock genes, that play a central role in regulating the circadian rhythm. These genes, including period, PAR, cryptochrome Y, and clock, form intricate feedback loops that drive the oscillations of our internal clocks. Mutations in these clock genes have been associated with various circadian rhythm disorders, highlighting the importance of genetic factors in maintaining healthy biological clocks. As we delve deeper into the complexities of biological clocks in humans, we gain a greater appreciation for the intricate mechanisms that govern our daily rhythms and their profound impact on our health and well-being. Light plays a pivotal role in regulating circadian rhythms in humans and other organisms. One fascinating detail is that the master biological clock in the brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus uses light as the primary external cue to synchronize the body's internal clocks with the external environment. The photoreceptors in our eyes, known as melanopsin-containing retinal ganglion cells, are particularly sensitive to blue light, which is crucial for signaling the brain about the presence or absence of light. Interestingly, exposure to natural light during the day helps to maintain a healthy circadian rhythm by suppressing the production of the sleep hormone melatonin and promoting alertness. On the other hand, exposure to artificial light at night, especially blue light emitted by electronic devices, can disrupt the circadian rhythm by tricking the brain into thinking it is still daytime. This disruption can lead to difficulties falling asleep, reduced sleep quality, and potential long-term health consequences. Studies have shown that individuals who are exposed to higher levels of natural light during the day tend to have better sleep quality and overall well-being. In fact, research indicates that office workers with windows that allow natural light exposure experience improved sleep duration and quality compared to those working in windowless environments. The impact of light on circadian rhythms is not limited to humans. It extends to other organisms as well. For example, plants use light as a crucial cue for regulating their circadian rhythms, influencing processes like photosynthesis and flowering. The importance of light in regulating circadian rhythms is further underscored by the prevalence of circadian rhythm disorders in individuals who experience prolonged exposure to artificial light at night, such as night shift workers. These individuals are at a higher risk of developing health conditions like obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases due to the disruption of their biological clocks. Understanding the role of light in regulating circadian rhythms is essential for maintaining a healthy sleep-wake cycle and overall well-being. Circadian disruption, whether due to shift work, jet lag, or excessive exposure to artificial light at night, can have profound implications for human health. One interesting fact is that the World Health Organization has classified night shift work as a probable carcinogen due to its disruptive effects on circadian rhythms. Studies have shown that individuals who work night shifts for extended periods have an increased risk of developing certain types of cancer, such as breast and prostate cancer. In fact, a meta-analysis of over 60 studies found that night shift work was associated with a 16% increased risk of breast cancer. The impact of circadian disruption on metabolic health is equally concerning. Research has linked irregular sleep patterns and disrupted circadian rhythms to an increased risk of obesity and type 2 diabetes. For example, a study published in the journal Diabetes Care found that individuals with irregular sleep schedules had a higher body mass index and were more likely to develop insulin resistance, a precursor to diabetes. Furthermore, circadian disruption can also affect cardiovascular health. A study published in the European Heart Journal revealed that individuals who experience circadian misalignment, such as those with jet lag or shift work, had higher blood pressure and increased markers of inflammation, both of which are risk factors for heart disease. The impact of circadian disruption extends beyond physical health to mental well-being. Research has shown that individuals with disrupted circadian rhythms are at a higher risk of developing mood disorders, such as depression and anxiety. A study published in The Lancet Psychiatry found that individuals with irregular sleep patterns were more likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety compared to those with regular sleep schedules. These findings underscore the importance of maintaining a healthy circadian rhythm for overall health and well-being. By understanding the impact of circadian disruption on various aspects of health, we can take proactive steps to prioritize healthy sleep habits and optimize our internal clocks for better health outcomes. Circadian rhythms are not exclusive to humans. They are found in a wide range of organisms, from plants to animals. One fascinating example is the marine worm Plataneriis dumorilii, which exhibits a circadian rhythm in bioluminescence, emitting light at night as a way to communicate and attract mates. In the plant kingdom, the Mimosa pudica, also known as the sensitive plant, displays circadian leaf movements, with its leaflets folding up at night and reopening during the day. Interestingly, some organisms have evolved unique adaptations to synchronize their circadian rhythms with specific environmental cues. For instance, the Arctic reindeer adjusts its circadian clock to the constant daylight of the Arctic summer, allowing it to forage continuously without being constrained by the typical day-night cycle. In terms of numbers, research has identified over 15 clock genes in the fruit fly Drosophila melanogaster, which play essential roles in regulating its circadian rhythm. These genes form intricate feedback loops that drive the fly's daily activity patterns, such as feeding and mating. Additionally, studies have shown that circadian rhythms in marine organisms, like the coral Acropora millipora, are crucial for coordinating reproductive events, such as spawning, with specific phases of the moon. The diversity of circadian rhythms in different organisms highlights the evolutionary significance of these internal clocks in optimizing survival and reproductive success in various environments. The genetic basis of circadian clocks is a fascinating area of study that has revealed intricate molecular mechanisms underlying the regulation of our internal clocks. One interesting detail is that the core clock genes, such as period, R, and cryptochrome, RY, form a complex network of feedback loops that drive the oscillations of circadian rhythms. These genes encode proteins that interact with each other in a precise temporal manner, influencing the timing of various physiological processes. For example, the PER protein accumulates in the cell's nucleus during the night and inhibits its own gene's transcription, creating a rhythmic pattern of expression. In addition to the core clock genes, other genes known as clock-controlled genes, CCGs, are also regulated by circadian rhythms and play essential roles in mediating the downstream effects of the internal clock. Studies have shown that disruptions to these clock genes can have profound effects on circadian rhythms and overall health. For instance, mutations in the PER2 gene have been linked to familial advanced sleep phase syndrome, a condition characterized by early sleep onset and waking times. Interestingly, the genetic basis of circadian clocks is not limited to humans. It extends to a wide range of organisms. Research has identified homologous clock genes in species ranging from fruit flies to plants, highlighting the evolutionary conservation of these molecular mechanisms. In fact, the fruit fly Drosophila melanogaster has been a valuable model organism for studying circadian rhythms, with over 15 clock genes identified in its genome. These genes play crucial roles in regulating the fly's daily activity patterns, such as feeding and mating. The genetic basis of circadian clocks provides valuable insights into the intricate mechanisms that govern our internal clocks and their impact on health and well-being. By unraveling the genetic underpinnings of circadian rhythms, researchers can develop targeted interventions to optimize our internal clocks and promote overall health. Maintaining a healthy circadian rhythm is crucial for overall well-being and optimal functioning. Interesting details reveal that the suprachiasmatic nucleus, our master biological clock, contains around 20,000 neurons that synchronize our internal clocks with the external environment. Studies have shown that individuals with irregular sleep patterns are more likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety, highlighting the mental health implications of circadian disruption. In terms of numbers, research indicates that over 60 studies have linked night shift work to a 16% increased risk of breast cancer, emphasizing the significant impact of circadian disruption on health. Furthermore, individuals with disrupted circadian rhythms have been found to have higher blood pressure and increased markers of inflammation, both of which are risk factors for heart disease. Maintaining a healthy circadian rhythm is not only essential for physical health, but also cognitive performance. Studies have shown that cognitive functions, memory consolidation, and decision-making abilities exhibit circadian variations, with peak performance aligned with the body's internal clock. Interestingly, exposure to natural light during the day has been associated with improved sleep quality and overall well-being. By prioritizing healthy sleep habits, such as consistent sleep schedules, and minimizing exposure to artificial light at night, individuals can optimize their circadian rhythm for better health outcomes. The intricate interplay between our internal clocks and external cues underscores the importance of maintaining a healthy circadian rhythm for overall health and well-being. Research on circadian rhythms has uncovered fascinating insights and potential applications that extend beyond understanding our internal clocks. One interesting detail is that recent studies have highlighted the role of circadian rhythms in regulating the immune system. Research has shown that immune cells exhibit circadian variations in their activity, with implications for immune responses to infections and diseases. For example, a study published in Nature Communications found that the timing of vaccination could impact its effectiveness, as the immune response is influenced by the body's circadian rhythm. These findings suggest that optimizing the timing of medical interventions based on circadian rhythms could enhance their efficacy. In terms of numbers, a study published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation reported that disrupting circadian rhythms in mice led to impaired immune responses and increased susceptibility to infections. This highlights the importance of maintaining a healthy circadian rhythm for optimal immune function. Beyond the immune system, research has also explored the role of circadian rhythms in metabolism and weight regulation. Studies have shown that disruptions to circadian rhythms, such as irregular sleep patterns or night shift work, can lead to metabolic disturbances and weight gain. For instance, a meta-analysis of over 20 studies revealed that individuals with circadian misalignment had a higher risk of obesity and metabolic syndrome. These findings underscore the impact of circadian disruption on metabolic health and the potential applications of chronotherapy in managing metabolic disorders. In the field of chronobiology, researchers are investigating the use of light therapy to treat circadian rhythm disorders and mood disorders. Light therapy involves exposure to specific wavelengths of light at precise times of day to regulate the body's internal clock and improve symptoms of conditions like seasonal affective disorder and insomnia. Studies have shown that light therapy can help realign circadian rhythms, improve sleep quality, and alleviate symptoms of depression. The growing body of research on circadian rhythms and their potential applications highlights the importance of understanding and optimizing our internal clocks for overall health and well-being. Research has shown that individuals with disrupted circadian rhythms are at a higher risk of developing mood disorders, such as depression and anxiety. Studies have identified over 15 clock genes in the fruit fly Drosophila melanogaster, shedding light on the molecular mechanisms underlying circadian rhythms. A meta-analysis of over 60 studies found that night shift work was associated with a 16% increased risk of breast cancer. The intricate interplay between our internal clocks and external cues underscores the importance of maintaining a healthy circadian rhythm for overall health and well-being. Light therapy has emerged as a promising intervention for managing circadian rhythm disorders and mood disorders, with studies demonstrating its efficacy in realigning internal clocks and improving symptoms of conditions like seasonal affective disorder and insomnia.